with SAM, one of the things if you go into the settings and go into integrations, we have this section here called Email Leads to SAM. And what this does is this allows you to come in here and say, well, I want to create a new email address that I can forward my leads to, the email that I get that contains some lead information. So I can click on add email here. And what it's going to do is it's going to give you this big, long string of ugliness. But basically, it's a unique ID at SAM Workflow Secrets. And we can come in here and we can say, well, if anything comes to this, maybe this is coming from my website. You know, it's a lead coming from my website. I'm going to put in lead. I want to set them as an active lead. I can set tags or whatever. And then I would probably want to set some kind of website tag lead of some sort there and click on save. So what happens then is your form on your website or whatever gets forwarded to this email address. You can either have it inside your website to send it to this address, or if it comes to your email address, you could set up an auto forwarding thing based off of, new lead being in the subject or whatever, have it automatically forward to this. Whenever the email comes into this email address, we know this ID belongs to you, your account, and based off of that, then it will take that information. It uses AI to find the contact information, phone number, email type stuff. It can find other information as well. Whenever that lead comes in, it's going to have a new lead date address, and you can set up the routine then to put in a routine based off of the new lead date getting filled in, that it would do the process.
We get an overload a lot of listings, against the market, and if we do get some of the properties that are gets into a contract, but we get a bunch of leads. It gets into a contract, option, whatever, and it's pending, and we're still receiving leads through a lot of websites like Zillow, Realtor.com, through our websites. Hey, I want to tour that property. I want to tour this property, blah, blah, and unfortunately, it's not available to tour because they're in a contract. But maybe I hadn't sent them another property they're available, whatever. We have a bunch of properties.
Using the AI, we could probably set up something that says, check whenever this comes in, check for property information, go see if there's any kind of listing available for that address. If not, find similar properties and then turn around and send it back. That can be set up. Maybe it sends you a message saying, hey, this person asked for this, it's no longer available. Here's a list of properties that we did find. Do you want to send something to them? Whatever, do some condition stuff, but some AI interpretation of property information.